In this episode, I'm going to show you how to transform your home into whimsical paradise with these cute ladybug DIYs made out of my crafting stash, quick and easy. Hello, my darlings. Welcome to CJ DIY. I am C. I'm going to be using these porcelain balls that I got in my stash forever. They're from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to remove the letters with the blades from Dollar Tree. And it's easy to remove them. I'm just going over the letters and I'm just slowly removing all the letters on it. And as you can see, my daughter is here assisting me. After I remove the letters, I clean it up with a wipe. And I'm going to be using this primer sealer because it will be easier to add paint to the porcelain part. And I'm gonna be adding a folk art chalk paint in color Imperial, and I'm gonna let it dry. Unfortunately, one of the ball broke, so I'm gonna be adding just one ball for this creation. I draw with a pen face on it, and now with a permanent black marker I'm going and making a face for my ladybug. And it's easier first to draw with a pen or pencil, and now you can trace it over with this marker and create a cute face with it. I mean, you can use paint brushes. I'm gonna use paint brushes later on, but first I wanted to trace it with a permanent marker and get the look that you like. Now that I made the face and the lips with a tiny brush, I'm going over with a white paint and creating pupils and making those eyes look more realistic. And with this little brush and the white chalk paint, I think this face is gonna look adorable. You can be creative and create any kind of shape of a face, and I like this one. It looks like a real cartoon ladybug and I really love it. Also, I'm gonna be making eyebrows and some cute eyelashes, and on top with the puffy black paint from Dollar Tree. This is one of their fabric paint. I'm just creating a hair as a random shape on top of it just to fill that space with this puffy paint. And I'm gonna fill the whole top with this puffy paint so we can have like a extra texture, so we can add some embellishment on top of her head. And as antennas, I'm gonna be adding a Chanel stamps, and also I'm gonna be adding one of those mini ladybugs that I got in my stash. And since I didn't have a black Chanel stamps, I'm gonna distress it with my black marker, the two mini Chanel stamps, and I'm just gonna flip the corners to look in a shape of antenna, and I'm just gonna glue them on top of my ladybug head. I mean, you can be creative and create any kind of creation. You can even make like a honeybee. Whatever you like to make your theme this summer. And I think this ladybug is so unique and cute, and it's gonna look perfect. And also it's gonna bring you luck and charm in your home. Right? Don't we say that the ladybugs are the ones who brings luck? And now for extra embellishment, I got this cute mini resin sprinkles, and to make her cheeks more cuter, I'm also adding one of those blushes from Dollar Tree, and with a brush, sponge brush, I'm just gonna create cute cheeks on the side of the face of this ladybug. And I had so much fun playing with her and creating her to look like this. I also took the whiffing tool and go around her pupils to make it more in 3D effect, and also created a simple bow and glue it on the bottom. And that's it for this cute and simple and beautiful DIY. I'm so happy that I'm a part of Craft Your Stash collab that Leanna from Leanna DIY is hosting. Guest hosts are myself and Stephanie from Mama Can Make It, and also who's joining us in this amazing collab is Lori Blythe DIY and Yelena from DIY Next Door. The links are in my description box from their channels, along with the playlist, and the playlist is also pinned in the comments. So please check them all out and show them lots of love. For my next creation, I got this thrifted while ago. I only paid $3.99 this wild cafe box, and it comes with these cute coffee mugs, and I'm gonna be using one of them And my daughter is showing you, and she's not fan of this animal print on it, so we're gonna make over one of it. After I cover it with a primer, I gave it a 2 or 3 good coats with a white chalk paint, and I'm gonna let it dry. Now that my mug is dry, I'm gonna be adding the stamps from Dollar Tree. They're having such a cute stamps these days. You better check them out. Before I use them, I'm gonna sand them over with the sanding block because it's easier and it's more effective when you sand them first time before you add some ink. And I'm gonna be using this red ink pad from Dollar Tree, and I choose the word "you are sweet" and going over, and I'm gonna try to add it in the middle part of my cup. Before I add the stamp, I'd like to test it out on a sheet and see how it's gonna look. And now that I test it, I like to add a piece of tape on my stamp since I don't have an ink pad, and I'm gonna add it in the middle part of my mug. Very simple, just like that. Super cute. Now that I add the stamp slowly, I'm holding it on one side, and then with the fingers I'm just going around the letters and make sure the ink is transferred on my mug. I'm removing the tape, and sorry, it's too bright, you cannot see, but the letters were in there, but not too dark. I like that fade look, but to make it more visual and more darker, I'm just using this red permanent ink, and I'm going over the letters when it says "you are sweet." And it's just the perfect for a dessert. And you're gonna see what I'm gonna make with this cute cup. I really like it so far. Now that I got the letters that I like, I am adding 2 ladybugs on the corners of the word, and I'm also adding this cute mini bow that I got in my stash, and that's gonna be next to the handle of my cup. And first I wanted to add some polka dots, but then I changed my mind and I decided to add more ladybugs on my cup. And I think it looks super whimsical and beautiful so far. And if you haven't guessed by now, we're gonna be creating like a mini milkshake. And for a base, I'm gonna be using this mini foam ball, and it's a perfect fit on top of it, and it's gonna be a perfect base to add the icing on top of the ball. So after I glue it, also I'm gonna be using these cake kits, just one of them, so I can create the shape of the icing. And for the icing, I'm gonna be using this caulking tube. I just cut it on top. I added this cake icing tool, and slowly I'm going over and covering my ball and creating icing shape on top of the foam. Just super easy, like we are creating a real dessert. So now that I cover it all, make sure I fill the whole empty spaces to it. It looks more realistic. For extra embellishment, I'm gonna be adding a ladybugs, some sprinkles, some flowers, this cute flower, mini red straw, and our dessert is ready. You gotta let me know, what do you think about this one? I had so much fun. Also, I added some fall cherries and a strawberry on the side, and it looks exactly like a real perfect sweet summer dessert. Another item that I found in my stash was this mini can. As you can see, I thrifted a while ago. I only paid 99 cents for it. After I clean it well, I'm gonna cover it with a primer, and it's easier to add a primer before you add the paint because the paint is gonna stick just perfect and it's gonna cover your base. And as you can see, I've been using this primer in any kind of material, plastic, porcelain, aluminum, whatever. And now I'm just dabbing and adding a chalk paint, and I added a 2-3 good coats. And for this one, I'm gonna be using this new patent lace IOD with the roses. I'm just gonna add one of these roses petals in the middle of my cane, and it's gonna be just perfect for my ladybug theme. I can't wait to use this painting lace in more creations of mine, and stick around. I cannot wait to show you what I am going to create with all those beautiful new IOD collections for this summer. So now after I cut it off, I'm gonna transfer it on my can. And to transfer it, I just added one layer of the chalk paint, and I water the transfer, and I should have done that. You don't need to water it because the paint is already wet on the can, so you don't need to add sprinkle water before you add the transfer. I'm just gonna add it in the middle part of my can slowly, and make sure it's all nice and smooth and positioned in the middle part where I want it to be, just like so. And slowly I'm just going over, and I'm gonna let it dry for a while. And now that is dry, I'm gonna sprinkle it with the water and remove it. And you're gonna know that the transfer is on when you see the paper that you added, it's like faded and it's all dry and it's ready to be removed. And after I sprinkle it with the water, I'm just dabbing it with a towel, and that's how the sheet will be very easy to remove. And we can use this sheet more than one time. So after I remove this sheet, you can use it couple of more times because the color, it's still there, it's not faded. And look at this beautiful transfer on my can. I really love how it came out, and it's just perfect for my theme today with those roses and those green leaves. I just love how it came. On the sides of my red bushes, I just added 2 ladybugs. I added some mini roses with these flowers on top and some leaves. I also created 2 simple bows on the corner of the handle, and that's it for this cute creation. For my next creation, I'm gonna be adding this mini pot that I got after I painted white. I'm gonna cover it with the same Imperial paint that I used for my face for my first creation. And now I'm creating another face on the pot, this time with the closed eyes. I'm just using eyelashes and some cute smiley face and going over with a permanent marker, and it looks super cute. For extra embellishment on top, I'm gonna be adding this polka dot ribbon, and I'm gonna cut it just enough to cover that top part on it. After I measure what I need for my ribbon, simply I cut off the wire edge on the ribbon, and then I'm gonna cut it mostly on half, just enough to fit on the top part of my pot, just like so. You can always be creative and create any kind of theme. Maybe you don't like ladybugs, but I wanted to make something different. I never made ladybugs, and I think it looks super beautiful with these beautiful happy colors. And I really love how everything came out today. Now that I cut off the ribbon, I'm gonna glue it on the back part of my pot, and we're gonna add more embellishments to my pot. I created a simple 2-loop bow, and I'm gonna add it on the edge on top of my face. Also, I added this cute bow clip that is from Dollar Tree. I am creating cheeks with the blush like I did with my first DIY to give more beautiful face. And also I decided to add some polka dots to be super cohesive with the ribbons that I added on top. And slowly with this sponge, I'm going over and creating polka dots all over my pot. Super cute. Now that I created all my polka dots like I wanted to, I grab my tiny brush and slowly with a white chalk paint, I'm creating shadows around my polka dots and creating them like a 3D effect to look more realistic. Also off camera, to all my paints today, I sealed them with the clear wax, DIY wax. And now for extra embellishment on my pot, I added a bag inside to to add this foam on top of it. I just glue it, and we're gonna add some florals and some ladybugs as well, and this creation is done. And it's super cute and beautiful and looks so perfect on my tier tray. You're gonna see how everything came out. This one is super quick and easy. I got these mini signs from Hobby Lobby on clearance. I got it last year. I only paid a couple of dollars for it. I'm just gonna remove the back part of it so I can add one of those scrapbook sheet to match my theme today. I'm gonna be adding this polka dot with roses sheet, and I'm adding a tacky glue, and I'm just gonna spread it over with my sponge brush. And I'm gonna add this paper on it, and I'm gonna put it back on my tabletop sign, and it's gonna be perfect. I didn't want it to do anything with the frame because I love the frame, how it looks. And for extra embellishments, I'm gonna be adding those mini ladybugs that I got, that I've been adding throughout the whole video. I added one on the corner and another on another corner. I'm also adding this 3D ladybug sticker that I got from Dollar Tree. This one I added on the bottom part of it. And that's it for this cute, quick, and easy mini. And before we move into my next creation, this is how it all came out on my mini tray. I really love it. Every little detail to it. I hope you like it too, and I hope I am giving you tons of inspirations for you. But stick around, this video is not done. I got 2 more creations, super quick and easy, to match and complete the ladybug theme, whimsical, beautiful decor for today. I'm gonna be creating quick and easy wreath, and I'm gonna show you. You don't need to be a professional to create wreath like this, and it's gonna look super beautiful in front of your door or on the wall, wherever you like to put it, or maybe for like a gift to some darling of yours. So I'm just gonna add this 13-inch wire wreath from Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna cover it with this polka dot ribbon. And first thing what I did is I just glue the edge part on the back of the wire so it can be sturdy, and then I'm gonna go over with the ribbon around the frame until the whole frame is covered with this ribbon. Very simple and easy. I'm just tying it. I don't want to make it loose, so as you can see, I'm going over and make sure that it's all nice and tight. And now, after I cover it all, what I'm gonna do is on the back of the wreath, I'm just gonna cut it off, and I'm gonna glue that part as well. So you don't need no Chanel stamps or anything. You just need glue to cover the beginning part and the end part for it, if that makes sense. I'm gonna be adding one of those signs. I got those in my stash since last year, but I never had a chance, and today was a perfect stash. But before that, with this raffle, I'm gonna be creating simple raffles. And I don't like to measure, and as you can see by my eye, I'm just rolling couple of rolls with this black mesh ribbon that I have. I got this one from Hobby Lobby last year, and after I got couple of rolls on it, I'm just gonna cut it off, and with those we're gonna create some ruffles and fill the bottom part of my wreath. I grab one of it and I just create it in a shape of a bow, as you can see. And then I'm gonna grab another one and do the same thing. As you can see, I'm just rolling it over in a tube shape and just connecting them together. Super simple. And then I'm gonna add a red Chanel stem in the middle part. I left the Chanel stamp a little bit longer, as you can see, and the reason for it is just so I can add them on the back part, on the edges of my wreath, on the ribbon, the polka dot ribbon that we added. So I don't need to add any glue on it, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna show you one more time how I made those ruffles. So I'm just grabbing two of those rolls, creating them in a tube roll, and then adding them in the middle with a stem, and then adding them on the lines of those polka dot ribbon. And this is how it looks. I think I added 10 or 12 layers of them. I didn't want it to fill it more because I wanted that polka dot ribbon to peek through. And now also I'm creating a large bows. First I created 4 loop with the black mesh ribbon, and now I'm doing the same thing with this ladybug ribbon that I got in my stash. I believe I got those from Temu last year. And after I created a 4 loop, it's so easy. You can never go wrong creating a bow. It's very easy. I'm just gonna connect them together and I'm gonna tie them with the red Chanel stems. And then I'm gonna cut off the edges as well. And this ribbon bow, it's gonna go on top of my wreath. I cut off the edges also as a ducktails to look more high-end, and very simple and easy. I mean, you can be creative. It just go by itself. You don't need to have any special education just to create a wreath. You can always be creative and create it the way that you love. I'm gonna add the bow on top of it, connecting the Chanel stem on the back part of it. And after I open up the loops for extra embellishments on my ruffles, I'm gonna be adding those mini roses, as you can see. And I think it looks super, super cute. You gotta let me know, what do you think so far? I really love this polka dot, whimsical, ladybug, roses combination. It's so bright and beautiful. I have also added one of those mini roses in the middle part of my bow. I'm also gonna be adding some ladybugs on the ruffles, and I added my cute face sign in the middle. I just added a twine, and that's it for this quick and easy and gorgeous wreath. Another quick and easy wreath idea is this beautiful Dollar Tree bee wreath form. And what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna cover the wire frame with this thick twine that I got. I got this thick twine from Dollar Tree. So I'm just adding a glue and I'm just covering the frame with it until it's all fully covered. So basically you're just adding a glue and you're just going around the edges until the whole wreath is covered. Very simple, but you gotta be careful not to burn yourself with this hot glue. After I cover it all, I cut off this fabric, polka dot red fabric. I got this one from Walmart last year for like $1 and some change. And after I measure it, I went over around my frame and I cut it off in the shape of my ladybug. I'm just gonna glue the back part with this fabric, and that part is done. I told you, super quick, easy, and very beautiful. And the same way that I made this ladybug, you can create a honeybee as well. Very beautiful. Now to cut off the excess, I'm just using my scissors and I'm just cutting off the edges with it. And after that, I just grab my lighter and I'm gonna just remove all those fuzzies and axes to look more perfect. To create a bow, I'm using a different ladybug ribbons, and this time different way I'm showing you. I'm just rolling over a couple of layers and I can create a 4-loop bow. Very simple. I'm just removing the edges, tails, and I'm gonna just tie them in the middle, as you can see, with the twine. Very simple. And then I'm gonna open up the loops and you're gonna have a perfect large bow just like that. Not even 2 minutes and you have a beautiful looking wreath for your decorations or for your loved ones that you can give them as a gift. After I got the look that I like on my bow, I'm gonna tie it on one of those wire edges in the middle part of my ladybug. And very cute and easy. I think it looks super cute. You can be always creative and add different colors. I cut off the edges as well for extra embellishment and more colors. I added those greeneries with those white flowers, and I didn't want it to add anything else. It looks just perfect like it is. In the middle part, I also added a white flower, and on the edges, I don't know if you can see, but I added a ladybug as well. And that's it for this quick and easy and gorgeous DIY. Let me know if I inspire you today. Let me know which of those beautiful creations you like the best. Don't forget to check out amazing Liana from Liana DIYs, Stephanie from Mama Can Make It, Lori from Lori DIYs, and DIY Next Door, Yelena, and all those super talented ladies, and this amazing playlist. And until next time, my darlings, I'm sending you lots of love, lots of music, positive energy, blessings from me to you. Bye-bye.